Welcome to Nightlife 24/7.
Are you ready to talk about sex?
No, let's talk about relationships.
Or is it time to talk about dating, taboos?
It's on your mind.
So let's talk about it
On Nightlife 24/7.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nightlife 24/7. I'm your boy, Mac. Hey, guess what? I got my real good friend here. You know him. You know him from all his famous films. You know him for the things that y'all guys are not capable of doing yourself, but he's out. He puts himself out there to make sure that your woman is taken care of, happily satisfied. My friend, longtime buddy, a brother from another mother, Black and Decker.
What up? What
I gotta stop
everybody?
messing with him
What's up?
about that. I do. So what's up, Dave? How you doing, man?
Did you just drop my government name?
Yeah, man, I had to because they're gonna be looking for you on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
How about South Carolina native and GA?
Yo, I'm glad he brought that up. Check this out. You need to look that up if you got some things that you really don't want your other family and friends to know about. Look that name up. That's all I'm going to say. This brother can provide an environment for you where you feel safe, comfortable, relaxed, and can just let go. That's all I'm going to say.
Is this a plug?
That's all I'm saying. I'm just putting it out there.
Are you blowing up my spot right now?
Nah, hey. I'm just saying.
Blow it up, bro. Blow it up.
Those of you who are looking for an environment where you can just be yourself and let go of your inhibitions, I'm just saying, look the brother up.
Okay,
South Carolina native. That's all I'm saying.
SC native, one word.
Yeah.
The letter N, and then the letters GA. SC native, the letter N, and then the letters GA.
That's all I'm trying to say.
I got you.
He got you. I got you. Hey, now you know what? We're going to talk today, my friend. We're going to talk about something. I'm going to be honest with you.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Truly know nothing about. I know that may shock you. That may throw some of y'all off. But this subject that we're going to discuss, I know nothing about. You've heard hole in the walls. That's just a hole in the wall joint. Oh, man, you talking about that little spot down there that looked like it's got a hole in the back wall and such and such? Yeah, and we talking about clubs or eating spots when we say this. But what I'm discussing today is glory holes.
Yup.
Okay. Now, I'm going to put this out there. I know for a fact that they are hosted in Atlanta, all around Atlanta. Everything from private residence to bookstores, to sex stores. All I'm saying is I have never indulged as of yet. But Mr. Black and Decker over here has made it clear that he's indulged, once or twice. I don't know, maybe a few hundred times, maybe just one time. But he has more experience than I do on this subject. And that being said, I'm going to give it up to Mr. Black and Decker over here. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay. Glory holes. Simple concept. Anonymity is the name of the game. And I discovered it with someone near and dear to me years ago. We were in an adult bookstore in Charleston, South Carolina called Big Jim's.
Okay.
And we go to the back where they're showing the little videos in the little booths. And excuse me. So we're back there hanging out, and I'm noticing all the little viewing booths have these holes in the wall, literally. I'm like, what the hell? So sure enough, we're in the little booth together, and all of a sudden we got the door closed, and we hear somebody come into the booth next to us. And when it was all said and done, a dick just magically appears in this hole in the wall. And the lady that I was with, being the thrill seeker that she was,
Okay.
and still is, to be honest, she just blew my mind and started handling her business with this anonymous dick in the wall. And that turned me the hell on. And so we made quite a few trips to that establishment and a couple of others just for that reason, for her to enjoy herself and for me to be the ultimate voyeur and have a front row seat watching her enjoy herself.
Now, okay. I'm just saying right now, fucking mind is blown. Just blown. I'm being serious. I'm being blown. I've seen it on pornos. I've read about it in stories. I've heard about it from, people that I met traveling. I've just never really known. And I've known this gentleman for years, and this is the first time he's ever telling me.
Did you just refer to me as a gentleman?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I've known this gentleman for years. I know guys, we don't talk about a lot of shit, but that subject never came up.
Well, yeah, it's not like we were just sitting around and throwing random topics out at each other.
Right.
Glory holes. Oh, I got some experience with that.
Yeah. Okay, well, check on me on this one. You go to the bookstore. You see the hole in the wall. It's just a hole. Is it taped up? Is it just cut out? Is it?
Well, for those of
somebody
you
punch the damn fence through the wall.
For those of you that are handy with tools in your hands, pun intended, from what I can recall, they came in a variety of appearances, for lack of a better word. There were those that looked like they were drilled out by an actual drill. There were occasionally some that had a little bit of tape around them because you're actually putting a hole through drywall. Right. So, you don't want to get chalk all over your shit. Right. That's kind of tacky.
No shit.
But then the ones that I discovered were best were the glory holes that were elongated. So it was kind of like rectangular in shape because, if you're dealing with a circle or hole in the wall, then if you're too tall or too short, that might not be a good thing.
Okay.
So it had to be kind of a, hey, I hope this is the right height. Whereas the elongated one,
that was going to be my next question.
Right.
That really was.
If you got the elongated one, it's just a rectangular shaped cutout, and so obviously height isn't as big a factor as an actual circle in the wall. So that's the preferred method of the glory hole experience.
Okay, now my other question is this. You watching your woman do it, and when did you ever decide yourself to participate?
Yeah, I actually got on the other side of the wall before, and yeah, it's quite the experience.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you, brother to brother, man to man, was there a fear?
Well, no, actually, it was with her, so I knew who was on the other side.
Okay,
but one of the things about the glory hole experience, at least my experiences, there was also viewing opportunity at eye level, if you will, in some instances, or the person would actually look through the glory hole first to see who's on the other side. But chances are they already know who's in there because they were on the outside watching who's walking around in the theater or whatever, the bookstore, that sort of thing. And so they see, oh, woman, I get it. And then they see her go in the back, and then all of a sudden all the men seem to migrate to the back where she is, so they know there's a woman in there. But then there's also the possibility for bait and switch, because I've seen that in pornos where, there's a woman in there, but then there's the guy that's actually doing the deed with somebody, which was not my case. Trust and believe.
Okay.
But that is a possibility, I guess you could.
Well, because, like you said, I've only seen it on pornos, and I've seen on some of the pornos where they didn't have the elongated hole. They just had the round holes. And they had different heights. for
Right,
the hole. They
right.
had multiple holes.
Right.
And then there was also a peephole up top
Right.
for you to look. Now, in these glory hole pornos that I saw, the woman either sucking you off, jacking you off, or she's backing her ass up to get fucked, which I'm trying to figure out. And I'm going to be honest, how the hell am I doing this through a wall, because I can only thrust but so far?
Well, she's got all the control.
Yeah, I'm just like, damn.
I mean, yeah, she's pretty much you're at her mercy, for lack of a better phrase. And it's it's I enjoyed it, my experience with it. So,
Have you ever did a glory hole experience at a private residence?
no, actually, that's something I'm looking to incorporate in what I do.
Alrighty then.
And I just got to figure out how to set it up. But I already got an idea of what I want to do. I just got to break out some power tools and get some materials and put it together and make it work.
Oh, damn.
Dude, I'm always aspiring to do go bigger and badder. And
I know. But see,
you already know.
I know. But see, this is my thing, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just being straight up honest with you. I have thought about it so freaking much, but there is this fear in my head of sticking my dick through a hole and coming back with nothing. I'm just being honest.
Okay. And it is a valid fear. I get it. But here's what you need to understand, too. The whole idea of going to an adult bookstore and some of the things I've done and been involved with and seen with my own eyes,
right?
It's all a gamble because you don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know what they're capable of.
Well, that's true.
So you have no idea. It's just, for lack of a better phrase, a leap of faith.
Yeah. I'm just being honest. That's my fear. Maybe it's an over-exaggerated fear. Maybe. I don't know. And maybe it has to do with the fact I love excitement and I love being caught off guard. But at the same time, certain friends of mine have told me I'm an alpha male in the fact that I love to control my environment.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what it is too. It has something to
we
do
all
with,
have our thing, so I get it.
I remember one time, just getting off the subject for a while. I remember when I let a female blindfold me and tie me up.
Okay.
I remember almost ripping the damn headboard apart because the feeling was great, but I had no control. So, and the biggest thing is, they don't have Craigslist personals anymore.
I heard about that.
It doesn't exist anymore because of some thing with the government. So they took that off, having to do with third party.
Well, it became the sex trafficking issue, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then
that's a huge contributor to it.
Responsibility.
Right, the huge contributor to the sex trafficking industry.
So now, beforehand, I won't lie to you. I perused Craigslist every day, and I perused it for personal reasons because it was interesting and fun to me, but I also perused it for the show. And you constantly saw ads on there for people who had put up glory holes in their home or in their garage, and all you did is show up. They would give you the address and time, and you just show up, and you either got your dick sucked or you were fucking somebody.
I can't speak on that because that's way beyond my scope.
Right.
That wouldn't be something I would engage in personally. Right. But as I said earlier, to each his own. Everybody has their thing. So,
okay.
Just wow. That's when that fear of yours would kick in for me. I show up at this place. I know nothing about who this is. I just saw it on Craigslist, and now all of a sudden I'm gonna stick my dick through a hole. And
right.
Yeah, that.
And I think that's where a lot of my fears came from. Hey guys, if you just tuning in, this is Nightlife 24/7. I'm your boy Mac, and I'm kicking it with my longtime friend and buddy, Mr. Black and Decker here, and we're talking today. We're discussing glory holes. For those of you who don't know what a glory hole is, it is a hole that has been placed in a wall or a door in an establishment, whether it be commercial or residential, and you would stick your genitalia through it or up against it, and someone on the other side would either suck you, fuck you, or give you a hand job. Now, the biggest thing that I realized on Craigslist when I was checking these things out was there were a lot of women who had this fantasy of fucking or sucking a lot of guys, but they didn't know who she was. And that was amazing to me, especially women who made it clear that they held positions or they had high-paying jobs, and this was just a fantasy or a release for them. I don't know how in the hell you would find these places or things now since Craigslist personals are gone. I know you definitely aren't going to find them on Plenty of Fish. And what is the other one? Blackpeoplemeet.com.
Oh, no, Backpage.
Backpage would probably, you probably could find them on Backpage. So, I mean, all the others, the two sites I just mentioned before, they're legitimate sites, so I don't think you'll find them on there. But you probably could find them on Backpage because that's where they do a lot of soliciting. And I know this because I had a roommate who was half black and half Japanese, and she would put it out there every now and then. I've heard her talk about other women who put their stuff out there on Backpage. I wonder, since you are now living in Georgia, have you ran across any of these type of things, glory holes in bookstores here, or the sexual stores or bookstores here?
I have not been in search of that sort of thing since I've been here in Georgia. Well, quite honestly, I hadn't had a partner or anybody that I've been interested in trying to get out there with. Primarily, a lot of the stuff that I do now, I like to do in the privacy of my own home, hence the reason why I'm trying to put one together in my own residence for the little events that I do and that sort of thing. But as far as getting out into the commercial sector, bookstore, adult theater, that sort of thing, no, that's not been something I'm looking for.
You know, there is an adult theater right over in Gwinnett, right off of Buford Highway on the right side. If you go down and you see Checkers on the right, then you went too far. The theater is a couple blocks before that on the right across from the main shopping center right there. And I've been there a few times, and it is amazing what you said, that when a female walks in, how everyone migrates to wherever she's at. There's normally a bunch of guys. We are perverted. It is what it is. And you walk in with your female partner or a couple, however, and they all migrate around her. They sit all around her in the theater, and if there's a room where she can do certain things, they all migrate to that room.
Well, just a quick side note on that subject. This person I told you about before, she and I were in Memphis, Tennessee, in an adult bookstore, and they had the little theater in the back, open theater, and there wasn't a room involved. And we engaged in some interesting activities out in the theater.
You know, it's funny you said that, because even without the glory holes, I've noticed more and more advertisements, and I have to be honest, they were on Craigslist, and they were advertising that type of an event at different places.
Right.
Different stores or different sex stores or bookstores. Sex shops, sex shops or bookstores or whatever you want to call them. And they were advertising that, and then, or couples would put an ad up and say, hey, we're going to be here at such and such time. Come by and let the wife suck your dick or fuck you, first come, first serve.
Yeah, to each his own, man. People are into that. I mean, with this person, I really discovered how avid a voyeur I really was. And as I tell people, she was my very own personal porn star.
Wow.
And all the things that we used to get into together, a lot of it catered to my voyeuristic fetishes and that sort of thing. And it was like there was nothing she wasn't willing to do in order to satisfy my voyeuristic tendencies.
Now, I'm going to ask you this one.
Go ahead.
Since you have more experience in this area than I do, what would be the most likely places to look for a glory hole? I mean, or
well,
spot?
the places we talked about, bookstores, adult theaters, I mean, wherever there's a sex shop that sex is being sold in some form or fashion, chances are they may have the glory hole experience.
See, I'm also wondering, would I find it also in the video porn stores?
Well, I mean, that's the same thing as adult bookstores.
Okay, so
because they have the little porn booths in the back, or little rooms where you go in, and that's where the glory hole will be.
And that's funny. Was it Insurrection or something? I can't remember the little store names or whatever. Video porn store.
I think that's one of them.
Well, yeah,
yes.
I've been there twice, and I went there with a female friend to buy toys and stuff, and I'm being honest with you, stupid.
Well,
naive,
you just didn't know.
Whatever,
It wasn't your
I
interest.
did not truly know. I
Yeah.
did. I mean, we went in, we looked around, got what we were looking for, or asked questions about what we were looking for, and then we rolled out.
But it wasn't something you were interested in.
I
at
didn't
the
know
time,
anything
so-
about it.
Right. I get you.
I
Well,
truly-
I mean, it was having been to adult bookstores prior to getting involved with the young lady I spoke about. I had already, I was already aware of those types of things. And so when she and I got together and began to, deal with each other on that level, and we went to the bookstore together and we went into the back, and I just was blown away by how quickly she just like a duck to water. I mean, as soon
She
as the
took to
dick
it
came
quickly.
through the hole, and she, this is my opportunity to have some fun, and she had some fun. And
Wow.
I probably, I would venture to say I probably had more fun just watching, because instead of watching it on, back then it would have been a VHS tape.
Right.
I'm watching it live and in color. I can actually reach out and touch
it. Yeah.
her. And it was
Wow.
just the most amazing
Wow.
experience for me.
Wow. Damn, I just haven't been that lucky.
I don't know how much luck has to do with it, but okay.
I just haven't been that lucky.
You make your own luck, sir. but
I
that's
and
another
I agree with
discussion
you.
for another
I
day.
agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. We make our own luck. Guys, females, if you're into glory holes, or if you considered or thought about glory holes, I don't have too many ideas of where you could start searching, but as David has put it out there,
Okay, you're going to have to get it straight, man. Either my government name or Black and Decker.
I really don't know, because I like messing with you about your porn name, but when I'm having deep, strong discussions, I pull your name out there, because that's who I know when I need an answer to something that's serious and strong and is going to be right on point.
It's all good, man.
It's
I'm
all
just
good.
yanking your
So,
chain.
yeah, and half the time and not to talk crap about my listeners, because y'all are damn good. I appreciate y'all ain't gonna remember his name anyway. All you're gonna remember is SCN, and then y'all gonna be looking up his name.
SC Native.
Yeah, SC
All one
Native.
word.
SC Native. That's all they gonna remember.
N, the letter N, and then the letters GA.
Yeah. SC Native in Georgia. Y'all, that's what you're gonna remember, because you're gonna be looking up for his spot, and I'm cool with that. Some of y'all, I can't wait to see you there. Truly can't. I think if you're interested in this, and this is just my personal opinion, as always, start off with bookstores in your area and see if they have this available. You can also try adult video stores. Look at the adult theaters that you have in your area and see if that's they host it or have it, or you never know. Just go in and ask questions, and they may tell you. Then again, there are single females and couples out there who have these glory holes on a regular basis at their private residence. Now, that being said, I do not, and I'm not sitting up here, I'm not endorsing anyone in this aspect because, as I've said, I have a fear of sticking my penis through a hole and, not being sure. Now, if I go to someone's home who has this set up, I'm definitely going to have to feel comfortable with them and know them. That's just me. But another thing that you may want to also consider is online looking for groups that specify this type of thing. Groups like FetLife, am I correct? FetLife is one of those. They do fetish group. They're a fetish group. They hold on to different things, people in the different type of fetishes and different likes. So FetLife is definitely one of those groups that you could look into to see, hey, where can I find someone who has the same commonality as me and looking for glory holes in my area. That's a definite yes. You can also just go online and type in Yahoo groups and see which groups come up, which are all about glory holes. They may have a weekly event, a monthly event, an annual event where they put something together in an establishment and you just show up and get yourself taken care of. And ladies, please don't think this is just for the guys. Please, it's not. You can go and get squared away too. There was a porno that I saw one time, Black & Decker, and it was in Germany, and you're going to die laughing. They had the women's head stuck through the wall or the board or whatever, and the guy could just walk up and just start fucking her mouth. Then this is the other part that blew me away. What I loved about this so much was the woman bottom was stuck through the wall. Whether she was bent over in doggy style or laid on her back, they had a board, and from her waist forward, you didn't see anything. You just saw that.
Here's what I recommend. Go on whatever porn site that you frequent, Pornhub, X-Hamster, X-Videos, whatever your thing.
Triple X Videos, whatever.
Triple X Video. Go on the porn site and type in Chech Fantasies. That's CZECH Fantasies. And check out that glory hole.
Oh, snap. Okay. But I'll never forget that porno when I saw that. It just blew my mind. It was like actual half bodies sticking through the wall. And there were just guys standing there in line, and they had 5 or 6 different women in different positions in different parts of the
That's
wall.
probably white women.
Yeah.
It's Chech Fantasies.
Yeah,
it wasn't Germany.
It was German? Okay.
No, it wasn't Germany.
Man.
It was
And
Chech Fantasies.
Oh, they would
and all these guys, they pay this lady to walk in.
Yeah.
That's the video thing that I'm telling you about.
Oh, my God. It blew my mind. It blew my mind.
That's exactly the one I was telling you about.
I was like, how in the hell? And then the women were just happy. You could just tell they were content. And the guys were just, to the guys, it was almost like an assembly line. It really was. It really was. I'd never seen a glory hole situation or setup like that. Because normally, like you said, it's just an open hole. But they had the actual person, and I was just like, wow. That's different.
Honestly, that scenario is what I'm trying to recreate in my spot.
Seriously.
Here's the challenge. I have to find willing female participants to support it. And therein lies my challenge. That's SC Native, the letter N, and the letters GA. Get at me on Facebook.
If you down for the call.
That's what I'm trying to recreate in my spot.
Oh, shit. Please get at him. If you are down for the cause and you know you can take dick as much as possible, we appreciate you and we appreciate your service. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say. We appreciate you and we appreciate your service. All right? That's all. Now, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Nightlife 24/7. I'm your boy Mac, and I'm sitting here, one of my besties, Mr. Black and Decker himself, and we are discussing glory holes. Now, I'm going to ask you this. If you run into a female that you down with now, and she tells you, hey, I want to go get service at a glory hole. That means I want to be on the other side of the wall with my ass sticking through or laying on my back and my pussy up against the hole. Would you be cool with that?
Yeah. Wouldn't be an issue.
Wouldn't be an issue.
It's all about her.
Now, I'm going to ask you this. In all your glory hole situations, watching it, participating in it, who do you think is more apt to be more open to it? White women or a black woman?
I don't know if I would put a racial spin on it.
Okay.
Because my experiences with white women are somewhat limited, I'll say. I mean, I've had experiences with, I guess I would say, my share of women outside my race, but the majority of my experiences have been with black women, and I'm of the opinion that black women are just as kinky as white women.
I agree.
The only difference is, unfortunately, we as men, black men, we don't appreciate their kinkiness because we have our own hang-ups that we bring to the table.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you because we want to keep it hidden.
We want our freak in the sheets and woman in the streets thing, but we take it to the extreme.
Right.
And we tend to get on this whole thing of, well, if she was doing this with me, who else has she done this with?
Who
and all of that
shit?
Baggage and stupidity. Right. So for black women, it's kind of a two-edged sword in as much as they can be as kinky as they want to be, but at their own potential peril, because a lot of black men can't handle the fact that, hey, your wife is just as, or your woman is just as big a freak as you are, but you aren't prepared to handle that.
Oh, and you know what? We're going to definitely discuss that because that topic is coming up on another show. The limited ability and mental aspects of black men where they want to actually have their cake and eat it too. In other words,
no, they're selfish bastards.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was just trying to be polite about it, dude. I was being polite.
I'm keeping it real.
I was being politically
selfish assholes.
Yeah, in other words, why don't you go find us a girlfriend that we can both fuck?
But threesome?
Yeah, but
threesome.
And then the first time a woman said, "Well, I want to invite another guy." No,
whoa,
hell no.
Whoa,
hell no.
What?
What the fuck? No.
Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes.
What you tripping on? Why you need another
I'm all
guy?
the dick you need.
Yeah. But if a woman say that to him about that pussy, I just want to try new things, baby. I want us to experiment. Yeah, we definitely going to bring that up on
I want to be here for that discussion. Please.
I make you a promise. He will be here for that discussion.
I will have notes and everything.
He's probably going to bring in some graphs, some highlighters.
Charts, PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. So, but I promise you that discussion is definitely coming up. All right. Now, I'm going to ask Mr. Black and Decker here to give you guys about 3, maybe 4 minutes worth of advice if you are looking as a single man or a couple to experiment with glory holes. And this is just his personal, through his personal experience, things to either enhance the situation or to be cautious and careful in the situation. Because, we all enjoy ourselves and we like having fun and being freaky. But at the same time, it's always nice to get advice from people who've already experienced this or people who live this type of lifestyle. And I'm not saying he lives this type of lifestyle, but if you notice, I tried to bring guests on here who are serious about the things that we talk about. They live it, they breathe it, they sleep it, and it's part of them. They're just not playing games with it. So, that being said, I'm going to let him give you some advice and some cautionary tales and how to be safe and enjoy yourself as a single person going to glory holes and as a couple going to these glory holes. Go and hit him with it, Mr. Black and Decker.
All right. First things first, as the saying goes, with anything, be safe. Condoms go without saying. I mean, it's common sense. If you're not doing it with a condom, you're wrong. Second of all, there's one general rule that you have to keep in mind if you engage in the glory hole experience. Be prepared for the aftermath. Once the experience is over and it's time to leave the booth or whatever it is you're in, and if you're with your lady or if you're by yourself as a lady or whatever your situation, you have to mentally prepare yourself for how you're going to handle the exit. Because as soon as you walk out of the booth, everybody is standing around looking like, wait a minute, you're leaving now? I didn't get my chance, and that sort of thing. And then they're making eye contact and pss, 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 and whatever and all that. So just mentally prepare yourself for the exit. Last and certainly not least, if you're trying to do it as a couple, I definitely recommend and encourage you get out there and have as much fun as you can. Make sure you don't have any drama by bringing a bunch of baggage and BS to the situation. So if you have a weak and challenged relationship before you engage in this activity, all this is going to do is just make matters worse. So don't go out here trying to indulge in something and you don't have a strong foundation that you're working from.
Damn. I don't even know what to add to that because he hit all the major key points. Seriously. So I'm going to say this, and I want you to sit back and think about it. We are human beings, and we like trying different things and challenging ourselves, and we like experimenting with our partner or partners and feeling safe at the same time. That being said, I just need you guys to understand this. This is an adventure if you're doing it by yourself. It's an adventure if you're doing it with your partner. The only thing that's different about it is you're sharing the experience of this adventure with someone that you care about. Whether it's about getting your rocks off by putting your, vagina or penis through the hole, or watching your partner enjoy themselves, it really doesn't matter, okay? The thing is, we're not trying to make you feel embarrassed or ashamed about it because it exists. It is definitely out there. It's not going away. If that was the case, we wouldn't be having this discussion, okay? So, take your time, research what it is you're trying to become involved in, and as we're discussing glory holes right now, and as Mr. Black and Decker said, there are multiple places that you could probably find these spots, being adult video store, adult bookstore, sex toy venues. Most of them have booths in the back or areas in the back where you can play. I know for a fact, this is just my experience, I know for a fact that this does take place at the adult theaters, okay? So those are different avenues that you can look at and look to find these type of glory hole adventures to indulge in. Another thing you should consider, if you are serious about this, I've always said this: research, research, research. You know what I'm saying? There are different groups that are strictly just for this. There are different groups that host these type of events, probably on a weekly, monthly, or annual basis. And you should be able to find them very easily, as Mr. Black and Decker said, by just going and typing in the word in certain porn sites. Now, when you do type in these words, expect different type of videos to come up to show you what this is all about. But I also believe that you should find things in your area that pertain to this. Now, I'm going to freak a little bit of some of you out. If you go to a private establishment, I'm just going to put it out there. You may have the best time of your life. Then again, there's that opportune moment when something may go wrong. You know, the world is not what it used to be, and it is constantly changing, and the people in it are constantly changing for good, bad, or ugly. That's just the way it is. We've made it both clear that when you do that, it is definitely a gamble. Okay? Like I said, you may this time have the best time of your life. Next time, you may have even a better time. And then come the third or fourth time, something goes wrong. All we're saying is be smart, be safe, and don't think with your dick, okay? Did I hit it on the head right there?
You did, sir.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? And as Mr. Black & Decker always said, you know, you may see a female, but as he calls it, the old bait and switch, she may not be the one down there giving you a hand job or sucking you off. Because I'm going to put this out there. There are lots of women who love to see their men who have come out to them that they're bisexual or bi-curious suck another man's dick. I'm just saying. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It is what it is. There are a lot of women who are the dominant in the relationship and will tell their man, you want to prove how loyal you are to me, how submissive you are to me, how much I control the relationship. I want to see you suck another man's dick. There are men out there who just want to suck another man's dick. So there are chances, there's a 50-50 chance that you may get a woman, you may get a man. That's all I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to give you the reality of our world, all right? Not trying to push anybody away from anything. You know, I constantly tell you right from day one, have fun, be safe, be smart. Now, you grown-ass people. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what not to do. You're going to do what you want to do anyway. All I'm saying is use your head, and I'm not talking about the one between your legs when making the decisions. Okay? Because as men, that head has got us in a lot of trouble a lot of different times. Now, you guys, you're going to be seeing us on a lot of other different platforms. Please start checking us out more and more on YouTube. We would greatly appreciate it. If you want to have us discuss topics that you want to hear about, then please contact us by email through the website, and we will be more than happy to discuss that topic or even have you on the show. Now, remember, we're put on this earth, people, to help other people. And if you can't help them, please don't hurt them. That being said, we love you and we out. We at Nightlife 24/7 appreciate you, our listener, who has an open mind and heart and are able to listen, learn, and discuss those issues that affect you and your partner. By discussing these issues, we hope to keep the lines of communication open to help inform you, our listeners, and our community. It's on your mind, so let's talk about it on Nightlife 24/7.